Good morning. I'll just say that a couple more times. Good morning. That'll get the people to come this way. Good morning. Welcome to this beautiful Sunday morning at Unity Fort Collins. We welcome each and every one of you, especially this morning. We have a few people we'd like to welcome by name, but first of all, if we have any visitors here this morning who would like to take a welcome packet from Courtney over here or Kamina in the back, just wave your hand around and they'll bring you one. And please feel free to stop by the welcome table on your way out. You can grab one and anything else that's over there. I'd like to welcome all of you here and all of you online. We're glad that you're with us. And before I begin, a few announcements. If there's anybody who wants to make an announcement, feel free to just hang out right here and I'll call you up in a minute. I'd like to introduce this morning and welcome the spiritual directors of Ananda who are with us this morning. That's Nayaswami Jyotish and Nayaswami Devi. So welcome. And of course, the members of the Polestar community. I'd like to welcome our reader, Dale Pettigrew, and our musician, Elise Wonder, and our choir this morning. So let's see who we have over here. We have Kamina first. Oh, and Courtney. And Courtney.
Co-chairs joined at the hip.
Yes, we are joined at the hip. But anyway, I'm Kamina, Courtney, and we are co-chairs of the Welcoming Committee, or team. It's not really a committee. We're all teams. And very simply, we're up here because we would like some new members. And what we're hoping is that we can encourage you, maybe some of you younger people out there, and also some men who might find it, you might be interested in welcoming. And basically, what we do is we work together with the greeters, because there's greeters as well as the welcome committee people. And what we do is we are wanting to create that feeling of connection and inclusivity. And so, as people walk through that door, they know they belong here. And what we also want to do, specifically as the Welcoming Committee, is that we focus on the new members, just like this morning when we were handing out packets. And we also are available to new people to talk with them before the service or after the service. So, and we have lots of fun on our welcoming team. And Courtney will tell you what else we do.
So the other part of what the welcome team does is we volunteer in the bookstore. And we'd love to have some more people that might want to join us in there. And so we will train you. We'll pair you with somebody that has experience in the bookstore until you feel comfortable. And also for both of the duties that we're talking about, or all the duties we're talking about, the frequency is up to you. You can do it once every week, you can do it once a month, you can do it once every 2 months, so there's no real pressure on that. So don't be scared off by committing. And it's a really great way to meet people, both of these functions, either the welcoming or in the bookstore. So we're gonna pass a clipboard around, and it does say, please fill out your contact info if you want more information on these things, because I know sometimes it's like, I'm not sure I can commit, so I'm not gonna put my name down. If you just wanna talk about it and hear more about what it involves, we'd love to get your information and get that info to you. Okay? Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Terry with Polestar, and we are so grateful to the Unity community for being so generous with their space here. As many of you know, we've done a lot of our meditations and our music here. We're now moving a lot of that to our land, which is just a couple of miles from that, but thank you so much. And today, again, we're going to use the space in the back, the roomy room, after the potluck today. And after Jyotish and Devi speak today from our dear friends from Ananda, we're going to do a Q&A after the potluck, and everybody is welcome to come and hang out with us. We'll also we've got some of their books. They did a beautiful series of books that's a touch series, and they can sign books if you would like that as well. So, thank you.
I don't know if you can smell what's going on here today. But we've got 3 kinds of curry. We're having a potluck afterwards. We've got rice, we've got tofu, we have chicken. And if you don't like curry and stuff like that, we have leftover pizza from yesterday. So that's not an excuse. So, but if you don't, come if you like, and we're going to try to do it, shortly after the service, maybe about 11:15. Thanks.
You have an announcement? No. Anyway, we'd like to thank everyone who helped yesterday with the cleanup. It was an amazing day. We had cleanup outside, and we had art making in the friendship room so we can do a collective art show. So it was a very busy and wonderful full day yesterday, and we'd like to say thank you to Nancy Hughes, to Leanne Gable, and to Arlene Brown for providing the snacks and lunch yesterday. Reverend Jim Yaw will be starting a new Zoom discussion group on Thursday, May 4th. It will focus on Michael Singer's book called Living Untethered. And if you'd like to sign up for that, and we have the book in the bookstore, as well as many other books, but we do have that book on the table if you're going to think about taking that class. Anyway, you can sign up on the website on the events page if you would like to join that group. That's Thursdays. I don't have a time. Is there a time? 1 to 2. Thanks. On May 6th, Reverend Sharon at 1 o'clock, May 6th, Saturday, Reverend Sharon will be facilitating a prayer chaplain training, and if you are most welcome to join us to learn more about affirmative prayer and even more specifically about praying with other people. And so that's next Saturday at 1 o'clock. Also next Saturday here at Unity is our observance of World Labyrinth Day. That will be at 10 o'clock on Saturday. We'll have a video. We'll start with a 7-minute video that talks about walking a labyrinth and the spiritual aspects of that. Then we'll head out to the labyrinth, which is back here, which many of you probably don't really even know about, but it's back there, and it's a wonderful place to gather. It'll be a wonderful experience to participate in. So that's 10 to 11 next Saturday. Lots of announcements today. And then, movie night is this Friday, May 5th, and we will be watching Love Thy Nature. So if you're interested in that, that's Friday night. And the last thing I'm going to say before we do our centering prayer is that we have a bookstore here in the back, and we have a library down this hall. So I'd invite you to check both of those things out today. The library back here, you can check out a book, you can keep it as long as you want, and then bring it back. So it's a wonderful gem of a library, so many amazing spiritual books. So please feel free to do that. All right, so let's take a moment now to center ourselves in the other reason why we came here. We take some breaths. And join me in our centering prayer. Sit up. All right, well, join me. It's not up, but we'll do it anyway. Our unity centers us in light and peace, allowing us to recognize our God within and to radiate that love to the world.
I'd like to invite the choir up. And Michael Gornick also is helping us with music today. Thank you so much, Michael.
Quite how we're doing space, then there was.
I know.
Yeah, maybe we can get the back row to scoot over a little bit.
We're waiting for one more.
One more.
I know, right?
Guys. All right.
There's a morning for every nation when the sun's high in the sky. There's a time for every people to affirm their destiny. La 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 la. Even so, all of us together can create a better land. Leave the past a good tomorrow. It's for all who understand. There's a morning for every nation when the sun's high in the sky. There's a time for every people to affirm their destiny. La 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 la. La 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 la. Even so, all of us together can create a better land. Leave the past a new tomorrow. It's for all who understand. La 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 la. Leave the past a new tomorrow. It's for all who understand.
The Unity Choir, ladies and gentlemen. And now a reading by Dale.
On Friendship by Khalil Gibran. And a youth said, "Speak to us of friendship." And he answered, saying, "Your friend is your needs answered. He is your field which you sow with love and reap with thanksgiving. And he is your board and your fireside. For you come to him with your hunger, and you seek him for peace. When your friend speaks his mind, you fear not the nay in your own mind, nor do withhold the I. And when he is silent, your heart ceases not to listen to his heart. For without words, in friendship, all thoughts, all desires, all expectations are born and shared with joy that is unacclaimed. When you part from your friend, you grieve not, for that which you love most in him may be clearer in his absence, as the mountain to the climber is clearer on the plain. And let there be no purpose in friendship save deepening in the spirit. For love seeks aught but the disclosure of its own mystery is not love, but a net cast forth, and only the unprofitable is caught. And let your best be for your friend. If he must know the ebb of your tide, let him know the flood also. For what is your friend that you should seek him with hours to kill? Seek him always with hours to live. For it is his to fill your need, but not your emptiness. And in the sweetness of friendship, let there be laughter and sharing of pleasures. For in the dew of little things, the heart finds its morning and is refreshed.
What? Okay. Great, thank you. Good morning, friends. I'm Joe Tisch, and I will speak a little bit, and then my wife Davy will also speak. And we're going to talk on the topic of spiritual community, the transforming power of divine friendship. Davy and I are founding members of Ananda. Some of you may know of Ananda, many of you probably don't, so I'll give a very brief introduction. Our founding father, one might say, Swami Kriyananda, was a direct disciple of Paramahansa Yogananda. Many of you are probably familiar with him. He wrote a very well-known, in fact, the most well-known spiritual biography of all times called Autobiography of a Yogi. And so our founder lived with him, Swami Kriyananda lived with him for the last 3.5 years of his life and was trained by him. And one of the things that Yogananda talked about very, very regularly toward the end of his life, he urged people to gather together in spiritual communities. And that lit a spark in Swami Kriyananda's heart, and in part he dedicated the rest of his life to that vision. I met Swami Kriyananda actually in San Francisco before Ananda got started. Ananda officially got started in 1967. 69. I met Swami Kriyananda in 1967. See, I've got my fact checker here, which is good. So then in 1969, the community started in Northern California, about an hour drive from Lake Tahoe, to give you a visual picture. And it started just with a group of people who wanted to follow a spiritual path, who felt an alignment to the teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda, wanted to live a life of meditation and search for God, but more than that, had an aspiration to do something. A lot of us came out of in the very early years, out of kind of the hippie movement, the alternate community movement, all of that. And we came with an aspiration of not just complaining about the world that we didn't want, but trying to do something to create a better world. And so we've come together. We now have grown, but that one community in Northern California, which we call Ananda Village, has about 250 people living there, all ages, has own schools and businesses, all of that, about 100 homes, and it is growing gradually over time. And then from that, we've spread out with the concept of living together, those who share an aspiration and share a lifestyle. We have communities up and down the west coast of America. We have a big community in Italy, near Assisi, Italy, that serves all of Europe, and we have lots and lots of communities in India, and meditation groups and training centers all over the world. So from that one little group, it has begun to spread. But what is it, just numbers and places? That isn't community. What is community? Community is the connection between people, especially as we're talking this morning, divine friendship. Because friendship is a very special kind of a relationship. I know that a lot of you understand these principles. Unity Church is built around them. But Yogananda said something very interesting. He said that of all human relationships, friendship is the most pure. Partly because we're born into a family, There's a connection with the family. It may be strong, it may not be strong, but we don't have any choice about it. But with friendship, we have a choice. We come together because we want to come together. We're friends with each other because we want to be connected with each other. And as that power of connection grows, then friendship grows. Yogananda also said something. He said that treasure your friendships, especially the deep friendships, because they take many, many lifetimes to build to a really deep friendship. Well, honestly, we have lived our whole life with those deep friendships just connected around us and seen the absolute power of divine friendship to transform the environment. We've got this beautiful property. Right now there's a tulip festival going on at Ananda. We plant every year. This year we've planted 19,000 tulips. And we will have somewhere around 15,000 visitors, some from all over. And many people, because we've got this beautiful view of the Sierra Nevadas, vistas, they feel that it's the most beautiful tulip garden in the world. Now, I agree with that, but I could be prejudiced here. Nonetheless, that just the desire to live in harmony. We've got deer herds that walk around. We've got turkey flocks. We've got foxes. We've got everything. But there's a sense of everything being a part of our circle of friendship. A few years ago, Davy and I were awarded on behalf of Ananda at the UN, we were given an award of Global Peace Ambassadors. And at the end of that, Davy read a prayer of Yogananda's for a unified world. And one of the principles that Yogananda talked about is if we begin to feel that our friendship, our circle of friendship is spreading, and first it's family, then it's, those people that we know, but as it spreads to those who we don't know, as we begin to accept each other's diversity, and not even just accept it, to treasure that diversity of others, we see that beneath every different skin color and culture and language, all of that, there beats one unified heart. And if we could only emphasize the connections and deepen those connections, what a different world we would have. Well, Ananda, to a certain extent, is dedicated to not just talking about these principles, but to have a living laboratory where divine friendship is the primary, one might say the core attitude with each other. And I can tell you from experience, not just Ananda Village, but as we travel around the world, the power of divine friendship can transform this world. The more we deepen those connections, the more power that sense of divine friendship has. Polestar is just now finishing the kind of permitting process, or the, the government labyrinth you talk about. It's more like a maze. It isn't a labyrinth. Just finishing that so that here in Fort Collins there can be a community of like-minded souls, not based on one spiritual path or another. Everybody who wants to experience that sense of divine friendship. And the world, I'll just end by saying, the world desperately needs models of people living in friendship. This world desperately needs models of people who are emphasizing what unites us, what brings us together, what we share, and de-emphasizes the differences and the separation. It's a very turbulent time that we're living in. And our responsibility, I think, for those of us who want a world built on peace and harmony, we have a responsibility to strengthen the connections with each other and to strengthen the power of divine friendship. If we do that, if Congress met and they assumed, let's meet and see how deep our divine friendship can go, I suspect we wouldn't be reading the same headlines. But we can't expect others to change if we ourselves are not willing to change. It has to start with us. So I see you all as my friends, as my divine friends, and I hope that that sense of friendship can continue and grow and eventually be the primary vibration of the way people relate to each other. This is the traditional greeting and ending namaste in India.
Hello. I'm Davy, and I want to thank, first of all, the members and leaders of Unity Church for having us here, and to Michael and Ann Gornick for inviting us in the Polestar community, which is just beginning, and we expect great things in the future. No pressure. So we heard a beautiful song by the choir this morning. Well done, choir. A New Tomorrow. And on the program guide, it was listed as the composer J. Donald Walters. Well, that's the English name for Swami Kriyananda, Ananda's founder. And so he was a man of many skills and a wonderful writer, composer, lecturer. He passed away in 2013. But another song that he wrote, which seems very appropriate for our topic today, was called Brothers. And there's a beautiful stanza where he says, one life beneath the surface binds everyone to me. Who knows himself, knows all men, all people as brothers and sisters. So one life beneath the surface. And so I'd like to take this theme of divine friendship a little bit deeper and to realize that we are each given a spark of life. From the moment of our conception, that spark of life is with us. And it's a spark of divine, a spark of God. And and as that verse says, who knows himself or herself, feels the unity with all people. So if we want to feel the unity, it's more than just feeling good. It's more than just nice social gatherings. It's feeling the divinity within yourself, the spark of God within yourself, however you define God, whatever your path is, no matter, it's all one. In a way, we can say there's one journey in life. It's towards unity or towards unity and joy or towards separateness and suffering. It's as simple as that. And the more we know who we are, the more through meditation, through prayer, through singing beautiful songs to God. But the search for our own true self is the greatest adventure. And my husband Jyotish and I, we embarked on this adventure 54 years ago. We're not done yet, but we've enjoyed every step of the way. Has it always been easy? Don't kid yourself. No, not at all. But has it always been challenging? Absolutely. Has it always been worthwhile? Without question. And so the search for the truth within ourselves is the journey that really each of us, hi Diva, that each of us has come into this world for. Nothing else. Not to get a lot of money, not to have a beautiful home. All those things are nice and fine. But that's not why we came. We came to discover who we are and why we're here, and through that search, to feel our unity with everyone who knows himself, knows all people as his brothers and sisters. Jatish and I were, a year ago, we were on our way to our community in Assisi. We were sitting in a very noisy, crowded airport in Frankfurt, Germany. At the moment, we were furiously studying our Italian. We do every a month before we go to Italy. We always try to get our Italian, take it out of the closet. And we were just sitting there studying Italian, and a man came over to us, and he said, I just was watching you two from across the gated area. You have so much joy. What do you do? And he sat down and we talked for an hour. He was a basketball coach, and he worked for a basketball institute in France, very well-known one. And we told him what we did. We said, we try to help everyone find their own highest potential. And he said, that's what I do. And we said, we do the same thing. And we had the most delightful time together. And so, discovering who you are, living it, feeling your unity with all people, and then from that naturally comes the desire to just be with people, share with people, go deeper with people, find that level of divine friendship. I so appreciated, Dahlia, the reading this morning on friendship, one of my favorite books, The Prophet, very kind of pivotal in my life, got me on the spiritual path. And just to say that one thing, that when our friends are gone, the true friends, even if they're not with us, they're still with us. And as we go through life, we watch our friends leave us in one way or another. And yet true friendship doesn't die. True friendship is eternal. And I feel my departed friends just as much with me. And in a way, I love that passage where it said, when the climber doesn't really see the mountain because they're too close, when your friends are a little bit distant, you see what it was you loved about them, and you hold on to that, and you say thank you. So I'll close just by saying thank you for being sparks of God. Thank you for recognizing and coming this morning. And thank you for your own quest for higher truth and higher values. And there's a beautiful song again that Swami Kriyananda wrote, and it ends with, may we be one in that light someday. And that's, I think, the words I leave with you. May we all be one in God's light one day. God bless you.
Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Listen to what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is everywhere. And every thought's indeed a prayer.
We'll lead a brief meditation, and I'll end it with chanting Om and ask that you join me. In our tradition, Om is the vibration that God has used to create everything. So sound and light as the creative power. So let's begin by just sitting upright in a very relaxed manner. Yogananda taught that we can quickly get rid of unconscious tensions by inhaling, tensing the whole body, and then throwing the breath out. Do that. And once more. Now check to see that the body is relaxed. And when you feel the body is relaxed, make sure to relax your jaw and tongue and facial muscles. Then relax and concentrate the mind. Just be in the present. And for this morning, focus on the breath. Feel it incoming and outgoing. And as you do that, go deeper and deeper into your own self. Now get in touch with the eternal qualities that reside within you. Love, which can be expressed as friendship, joy, peace, harmony. Just get in touch with those deep qualities within yourself. And now hold the thought that those same eternal qualities reside in everyone. And send out your good wishes and your blessings that people get in touch with that. And that they feel their unity with each other and their divine friendship. Let's sit in silence for a minute or so.
And let's now offer our divine friendship and love and desire for healing and peace for the whole world. Visualize the world, all people everywhere, of every nation, every religion, every race, seeing their oneness and their unity as children of God. And at Yogananda taught to send healing prayers. Rub your hands together, the palms of your hands, generating warmth and energy. Now raise them and let's chant Om and lower your hands, sending out waves of healing and peace throughout the world. Om, peace. Amen.
May the blessings of God rest upon me. May God's peace abide in me. May God's presence illuminate my heart now and forevermore. May the blessings of God rest upon you. May God's peace abide in you. May God's presence illuminate my heart now and forevermore. May the blessings of God rest upon us. May God's peace abide in us. May God's presence illuminate our hearts now and forevermore. Now and forevermore.
Well, thank you for that message. I believe it's very clear that our main purpose here at the Unity community of Fort Collins is to develop that divine friendship. So your message is perfect for us today, a perfect reminder. Well, we come to that point in our service where we are collecting our Sunday offering. So as you've been blessed, we trust that you'll be able to share a portion of that. And those of you that are part of the Polestar community, don't feel obligated. In fact, go ahead and contribute to your community as you see fit. So let's bless our offering as we do that together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God. So thank you to all of our music team, all of your musicians, and thank you for being here on this beautiful Colorado day. And those of you online, we certainly hope that you'll be able to attend in person someday. We miss you, but we're happy that you're online. So I think we have Elise. You're going to sing the kids in?
Yeah, we're going to do a little bit of a new song that Michael brought. So let's
This is
fly.
also written by Swami Kriyananda. Lightly I Fly. Many of you will know it. Please sing with us. Lightly I fly when I live in laughter. Lightly I fly when my heart sings. Lightly I fly when I live in laughter. Lightly I fly when my heart sings. Fling to the ground every heavy burden. Now I can soar up above the clouds. Fling to the ground every heavy burden. Now I can soar up above the clouds. Lightly I fly when I live in laughter. Lightly I fly when my heart sings. Lightly I fly when I live in laughter. Lightly I fly when my heart sings. Fling to the ground every heavy burden. Now I can soar up above the clouds. Fling to the ground every heavy burden. Now I can soar up above the clouds. Lightly I fly when I live in laughter. Lightly I fly when my heart sings. Lightly I fly when I live in laughter. Lightly I fly when my heart sings.
Okay, is there someone that's going to speak for these little ones?
Today we learned that everybody is good, but sometimes we make mistakes.
Oh, everybody's good, but sometimes we make mistakes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, we've got a group of people here. Can we all circle up in one circle? Gonna have to get close. All right, let's try. Okay, on the screen you'll find, first of all, our prayer of protection, then we'll sing the peace song. Together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.